friends, Kim from Stamping Imperfection. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm playing with Stampin' Up's Tiled Techniques stamp set. I actually bought it in January and I still haven't played with it. I feel like I just got, I just purchased too much stuff in January. I was excited for so many things in the new online exclusives, and then there was the new catalog, then there was the celebration items, and they came out with a whole bunch of kits, and then they came out with a whole bunch of scrapbook workshop kits, and I did not stick to my budget. So I have to be better about that because I can't play if I'm purchasing things I don't have time to play with, then I'm purchasing way too much stuff. So, like, you know, I have to control myself moving forward. But I really liked this. I haven't purchased a stamp set like this in a really long time. So I thought it would be fun to give it a try and just see what all this stuff looks like when you actually stamp it. And so I just wanted to, like, play with it. And I did want to go ahead and measure this to see how big of a panel I would need. So that looks like 3 3/4, which is a very nice size for a card, actually. So I'm going to put this on a good size block. This is my E-size block, and that just fits on there. And hopefully I got it on there fairly straight. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp this. And I don't know why. I pulled out some Blueberry Bushel cardstock because for some reason I feel like I want to try some tone-on-tone stuff, and I definitely want to try some blue stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp this, and I'm going to stamp it first on here. This is just a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch piece, and I'm going to use the Blueberry Bushel ink. I just think this is a really fun color, and I haven't used the Blueberry Bushel ink too much. So my ink pad is probably really juicy because all the ink pads I have from Stampin' Up are new, so they tend to be very, very juicy. All right, so let's stamp this down. And I'm not pushing down really hard, I'm just kind of rubbing my hand across the back, and I want to give a few seconds for the ink to really sink in there. Now, if I flip this over, I think that looks really pretty. So I just wanted to see what this looked like. Okay, and I'm going to turn it like this, and I am going to get my head in the way for a minute, I bet. Just like that. Isn't this blue such a pretty color? Like, it's just a little bit brighter than Night of Navy, so I think it's gorgeous. And that is that, just stamping it twice. I think it was easy to match. I love the little, almost like a Christmas ornament shape that you get in there. And I'm thinking, with you in mind, wonder how many of these will fit. The Happy Birthday will definitely fit. The Thinking of You might be a smidge too long. Let's see. Yeah, the Thinking of You is just a smidge too long. I think this would be a pretty wedding card, so Best Wishes would work nice. But I think I want to go with the Happy Birthday. The thank you would also work really well. I just made a whole bunch of thank you cards yesterday, though. So I am sort of not in the mood to do any more thank you cards. And I'm thinking if I line it up like that, that should work. So I'm going to pull out another one of these same blocks. I'm going to ink this up. And try not to overlap the Happy Birthday. Hopefully I'm sort of centering it. I'm definitely moving it more toward the top than the bottom so that the B and the Y fit in there. And oh, that's actually really pretty. I actually really like that. I am surprised at how much I like that. That's a pretty card front. You know, a little bow down here, a couple of embellishments here and there, and I think that will be beautiful. So I'm going to put that aside, and I'm going to put these two guys aside because I want to try some of these other stamps out in the set as well. All right, so I wanted to try this one for sure. All right, so let's see what this looks like. See if I can sort of center this. Nice. And I think I'm going to turn it like, actually, I don't think I quite got it lined up correctly. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. It's very pretty, I think. If I do happy birthday below this, that could be a super simple card front. The font is simple on this. There we go. So that's a pretty simple card front. I just think stamps like this make it so easy just to make a quick card. You could do these on the note cards and the single layer cards. That would be really nice. I'm looking for the other birthday celebration one. What was that called? Oh, it's the one, no. What is it? Oh, it's the one with the, oh, maybe linked together. Have something. Oh, this is a good one. How about linked together? We can try that. It's not the one I'm thinking of. Why am I not finding one? Oh, here's one. The mixed labels. Actually, some of these might work. The with sympathy might actually look really nice with that. It would be a nice sympathy card. So you could add some of those. The link together, just a note is pretty nice actually. That would be a great, this would be a great just a note design. So, you know, keeping it simple. So I'm kind of making a stack of card fronts, and then I can trim things down and create cards out of them when I'm all done. So let's try another one. And I actually want to see what this one looks like. Is this going to be big enough? All right, so it looks like I'll have to do this 4 times. Okay, let's see how easy this is to match up. Not bad, actually. I'm actually pleasantly surprised how easy this is to match up. And I am leaving space between them. But I kind of like that look. There we go. I like it. I'm going to turn it over this way because I have a little more room down here. And I definitely want to add Just a Note. Let's see how that looks. So this is from the Linked Together set. And I'm just going to pull out one of my little sentiment things. I like having a stack of just the note cards around, and this would fit on those little 3.5 by 5 inch note cards. There you go. I like the blue and white. I feel like it's pretty classic, and I'm keeping it simple. So that's another one. So there's designs to play with here. Let's see, the next one looks like this. And I don't know if it'll fit on this. I think I'll bring it out. I only have one more of these giant blocks left. All right, so let's see what this looks like. And you could do this in the corners if you wanted to, but I kind of want to see what this looks like in the center when I match it up. And you can tell I'm in a blue mood this week because I've got my blue nail polish on. Okay, that's actually interesting. I like it. And I'm going to just add Just a Note to this. Now I see I got a little blob on one side there. I didn't get my ink transferred. I mean, it's not going to matter, and I don't know if I want to attempt. Not bad, not bad. So I like this. I like this font with that. So this is the Linked Together stamp set. Now there's one more stamp in here. And again, I do want to try a tone-on-tone version of this, but I think I'm going to, let's see. Okay, so this is the C block. I like to just kind of drop it on and pick it up. So I want to grab some more white. So let's try this. I just want to try matching two of these together. And actually, let's try this. I'm going to put these two, I'm going to leave some space. Like, oops, I did not line those up well, but you'll get the idea when I do this. So you could do something like that and have your, you have your sentiment in between, but let me try to get this straighter. I'm just going to flip this piece over. Okay, and see if I can actually get this straighter and do a better job matching. Okay, that was better. You could do Happy Birthday. I'm going to do Just a Note. Oh, I really like that. I actually think I would like to make myself a set of note cards just like this. And I would use those little note cards that come 20 in a package. Like, pretty sure that would be a great gift to give someone, actually. Because it's a super simple design. You could do it in their favorite color. And yeah, I have ink somewhere and I'm spreading it all around. I'm going to have to clean this up. And if you're wondering how I'm going to clean it up, I have this Tombow Mono sanded eraser, and it really will erase the ink off this. It'll take a little work. You have to be careful because it really is taking paper. It's like sanding the paper down. And I'll come back and do it a few times until I'm happy with how little is left. See, you can see it's coming right off. And then let's get this one a little bit better. All right, and can you imagine this done in heat embossing or something like that? That would be great. So those are all of the stamps. So I went ahead and turned all my panels into cards. I kept them very simple. I decided to step them up a little bit by putting a panel of that blueberry bushel cardstock behind it, and I just really liked it. I trimmed down the panel I stamped on, and here's the tile techniques I started with. This stamp is this one down here in the corner. I stamped that 4 different times, and I did leave space between them. I kind of like that look, but you could put them right up next to each other if you wanted to. So that's one card. Here's the second card, and I used this stamp right here, and I actually really like the way that came out. I think there are lots of different ways you could put these together. This one, both of these here, I added a little two-tone sparkle gem to the center of those two. I thought that was just a fun little touch. And I just did one gem. This one I didn't add any gems, but I used this stamp right here down in the corner. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Then I have this one, and I used the Happy Birthday stamp set. Now the Happy Birthday came from the Simply Said stamp set, and there's lots of sentiments you can use here. I love this stamp set. It's just, I pull this out more often than any other stamp set for creating the sentiments on my cards. And then the Just a Note came from right there, the Link Together stamp set. So another great sentiment stamp set. And you also saw me pull this out, although I didn't turn that panel into a card yet, and use this one, the Happy Birthday, Best Wishes and Thank You fit nicely. And love that also. So they all actually, I felt, coordinated well with this set here. So that's that. Then I decided to do a tone-on-tone card front, and for this one I used the larger one, and I stamped that twice, and I really like the effect. It's subtle. To decorate it, I added some pretty ribbon and twine. I used one of the ephemera pieces from one of the ephemera sets in the holiday or the spring occasions mini catalog, and I used a pre-made sentiment as well. And I did add 3 of my free celebration sequins to finish off the card, and I quite like the way that card turned out. So this is Tiled Techniques, and you can see them all here. And if you're interested in purchasing this, you can shop for Stampin' Up! Supplies in my online store at shopwithkim.net. And I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I would also love it if you give this video a thumbs up. And if you aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and click the bell to get notifications every time I upload a new video. So here you see how quickly I stamped all this, and it probably took me longer to cut the card bases and the blueberry bushel panels to actually create the cards than it did to create the stamped panels. And I can't wait to try this out in heat embossing. I think it will look beautiful white heat embossing on black cardstock, or black heat embossing on white cardstock. I also think it will look beautiful with silver on Night of Navy or black. Like, there's so many possibilities. And I think you could make some beautiful wedding cards with this, and they would just be very simple and elegant. So give that a try, friends. This didn't have a die set, it's just a stamp set. It makes nice, clean, and simple cards. You can make 1-layer cards out of this, and you just need to select a sentiment set to go with it. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching, friends. I hope you found this helpful. I think it's really nice to get to see some of the patterns you can make with, single stamps on each one of these cards. And imagine all the things you can do when you start mixing and matching them, or stamping them in the corners, or, the possibilities really are endless. And you can put them next to each other, you can leave a little bit of space, or you can leave space like I did here to put the sentiment. I left space here. I put these two really close together, this one also. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.